Tonight, the first meeting between Wake Forest and Cornell in almost 30 years. They met once in '89. Before that, you go all the way back to 1951, the old Dixie Classic.
Possibly could have gone out on Wake Forest, but referees felt no.
They even out eventually as Childress hangs in the air and gets a tough two. They may have gotten stepped on in the aftermath. Young basketball teams from smaller conferences, to get road wins in the non-conference, not the easiest thing to do, and there's a Kenneth Smart inside for his first bucket.
In the last 2 or 3 games.
Slashing down the lane, Troy Whiteside with the first Big Red field goal. Has the privilege of being in first place right now above everybody else. We went over Notre Dame. Smart on the offensive glass, sticks it back up and in. Coach a team and take one of your veteran players to their hometown. Whether it's a guy from Florida going against Florida State as Hoard slams him back in.
Well, you know, he's one that he loves basketball. He really does, and certainly he's going to be at every game that he possibly can.
The fundamental, that's the lost art of college basketball. Oh, the dangerous passes. That one finds Childress off the deflection. He gets the easy two.
Cornell continues to have trouble finding the basket.
Sharon Wright pulls up and knocks down the baseline jumper.
Sharon Wright Jr. is one who is doing his best to make his own mark.
First field goal for Matt Morgan. Chance for a three-point play.
Was my team, and I thoroughly enjoyed listening to the inimitable Ray Reed.
Morgan is not a guy who has put up gigantic numbers just against the lower levels of college basketball. Three ball for Kuhn is good. That's his second triple, and all of a sudden it's a 5-point game.
I get it. We know he's really good in the second half. But
Morgan had made 46 of 100 threes on the year coming into tonight. And there's another triple for Sean D. Brown. All it'll take, you'd think. And he did have a slow start the other day, and that could be the basket. Backdoor beats Brown to the rim. Morgan now at 6.
A good example right there. Instead of just catching the ball, coming down and going back up, tried to make one of those alley-oop dunks.
On the way to the basket, strong finish. We'll take a look at the dunk here from Joel Davis. Brian Earl's brother, Dan. Smart the rebound, kicks it right to Childress around the wing. Brown, that's good offense. Jaylen Hoard pays it off. The Earls are one of 5 sets of siblings that have multiple guys coaching D1 basketball.
Exactly what the coach wants them to do, and making the passes when they should.
Jaylen Hoard is saying, I deserve a mention too, Coach. I got 10 points now, also 6 rebounds here in the first half.
You know, the head coach now at
Jaylen Hoard for 2 more. He's got 12.
They have truly found their leader. Wait for
Olivier Sarr has a chance for a 3-point play. His first points of the night.
At 185, 190 pounds,
sure.
That went to 250.
Here's Morgan, contested 3, he put it in. That's the type of playmaker he can be. Sonny Brown had a hand in his face, it didn't matter. Hoard kicks it. Brown takes it, makes it.
Ah, you gotta like that.
I can put on weight like that, but it's because I eat badly and don't exercise. Childress to the basket, pays it in. Wake Forest loves him. Morgan, that's a great look for Matt Morgan, who's into double figures for the 65th consecutive game.
Now, go inside, get to the foul line, whatever you need to do. And I think you got to get the ball where you want it.
Historically, that's what you expect from an ACC team. Morgan is back in the game for the Big Red, but nobody defended Childress down the alley to the bucket. Cornell is 0 for 5 in the second half. 4 of those 5 shots beyond the arc. Boeheim spins and scores. And the foul for Jimmy Boeheim. Bounces outside for Davis, who sets up Morgan. And the rebound for Shondi Brown, his 4th of the night. Up ahead, Olivier Sarr, powerful slam.
And he just really, he handles the ball well. He just needs to continue, like Jaylen Hoard, and get stronger.
It's shoot-around today, watching Wake Forest. The Deeks were all at one end of the floor, and at the other end was this tall, lanky kid. As the bank shot falls for Sharon Wright Jr., who was getting shots up in the midst of Wake Forest shoot-around today. Going baseline, Joel Davis. Corey Johnson trying to run the show. Mucius has 6 to shoot. Does he realize? Yes, he does. Puts it in.
Did he turn and stare at him? At his dad? I doubt it.
I doubt it as well. Sharon Wright Jr. gets 2.
In such a quick order.
Boeheim's feeling it. Buries the 3. Coach, in these last few minutes, we've seen Mucius and Wright and Sard get more involved. And said the bottom half of the league isn't as strong as it usually is. There's 3 more for Jimmy Boeheim, who's heating up here in Winston-Salem. The early 90s for John Thompson. Went to 3 NCAA tournaments in his career as you see what Mucius can do off the dribble. Went on to be a fairly successful politician. Bill
Bradley.
Michael Wynn has his first points as a Demon Deacon. Corner for the Albany, New York native against the team from Ithaca, New York.
Yeah, Danny Manning's not going to like that. That's a timeout. I don't blame him.
Hoard senses the double team, kicks it out off Johnson's hands. That's great hustle, and what a play. Dean Knoll, the freshman, earning himself some more playing time with some great hustle. Wake Forest at Georgia Tech on Saturday. Shondi Brown buries his second 3 of the night.
And we won games too.
Looking back door, Kuhn catch and score.
That was on Brandon Childers. Now I know he's not happy.
At the end of the Gardner-Webb game, he was fouled in a couple 3-pointers, flailing his legs to make a guy like Reggie Miller proud, as we see Matt Morgan right down the alley. And Wake Forest has gotten into trouble, as they make me eat my words.
Sharon Wright Jr. Was able to stop on a dime and put the ball off the glass.
How about the offensive rebound from Hoard? Non-conference game of the season, the first game of 2019 for the Demon Deacons. Jaylen Hoard again shows off the skills. Morgan kicks it. Kuhn puts his head down and gets to the basket. Grabs his second rebound. Morgan, nice pass.
Oh, where has that play been all night?
Wake gives it away at the other end. So Warren's got 5. And that's not going to be on the highlight reel for the Deacon defense.
Still disappointed he didn't come with us.
Bobby Crimmins had the better pitch.
Yeah, Bobby's tough to beat in the Georgia area. He was.
One of the ACC seasons in the mid-90s, and if you're out there and you haven't read it, it will certainly stand up and it'll take you back in time. Cornell's going to fall to 6-8. 2 more non-conference games for the Big Red before the Ivy League gauntlet. Well, this is interesting.
There's Billis. Fans want him to pull the trigger. To the basket, up and under. He put it in! First college points for Anthony Billis.